Okie dokie. D&D session 1. You start off in, it's Shan, the capital city of towers. It's a monolithic sized city. Hundreds, maybe thousands of towers. Built up. There's an ocean on one side, grassy plains on another. The towers seem to stretch up as far as the eye can see, and the inhabitants know that above the pinnacle of the towers, 100, 200 meters above that, there is the Skyway. Towers built on nothing but thin air. All of your characters have varying roles throughout the city, which I will introduce who you are, your character, and where you are in the city. Raymond, your character is currently living in the mid-central point of town, Sword Point. You're currently patrolling. You're currently out on the little patrol thing around.
Keeping the peace.
Pretty much.
Okay then.
Jess, you, Alicia, and Jared are all living in middle Travik's Landing, all at the Death's Gate. You've basically just, over the course of the last couple of weeks, your three characters have rocked up here looking for quests, random stuff. Basically, you're here for money.
Okay.
You're all running a little low. And you're all off looking at, you're basically doing the whole tourism thing. You're floating around to a couple of the different areas, looking at clothes, getting some food. You're shopping. You're all taking some time to relax. Pete, your character lives in Upper Dora, the cliff tops, and you're currently out basically, again, doing the same thing. Bit of shopping here, bit of practice there, blah blah blah. My character lives at the Dragon Towers, mid-central point, and is currently bustling backwards and forwards between various Dragon-marked guild houses.
Oh, wait.
It's been pretty much a relatively uneventful day to last week or so. Nothing's happened, no real new quests. Then pretty much out of nowhere a storm's rolled in. No one saw it coming, it's just come out of bloody nowhere. And it's been raining for the last 6-7 hours. Water's trickling off everything. Roads are starting to become a bit overflowed. Yet there's been no lightning. No thunder, but the threat is always there. Everyone's just sort of dealing with it. They're out with their umbrellas and what have you. The street lamps are on. And so, then out of nowhere, there's a thunderous crack over the top of town, which catches everyone off guard because
No lightning or thunder so far.
that and those of you that know, that live there, so Pete, me, and Raymond, our characters know that thanks to the protective wards on the city, most lightning and thunder can't happen within city bounds to protect the inhabitants. Yet this thunder seems to be coming from the bottom of the skyways. A few bolts crash down, rending stone off walls, shattering windows, causing all-round general havoc around the central point. Mass hysteria, people running everywhere. All of our characters basically emerge out into the main central-ish hub. Big open market around the fountain. Everybody else is scattering. There's a few other guards and one or two other, what you're guessing are adventurers, because they're similarly kitted out to you, some more so, some less so. Looking around, trying to find what the hell is causing this. Then a massive bolt of swirling multicolored energy tears the fountain in the middle of the Central Park open, sending rubble flying everywhere, water spraying, and kicking up dust everywhere. Would anybody like to roll a check to see if they know what that was? It would be either a perception or an arcana check.
Well, that means I'm out of luck.
Would a 19 on perception work?
A 19 on perception.
Arcane, sorry.
A 19 on Arcane tells you that was definitely a magical bolt. Then there was more than one element in that, and it was definitely not natural. Someone is seriously trying to do something and F some people up. As the wind blows, the rain continues to beat down on you, the dust settles, and where the fountain was is a rather large bloodstone. Would people like to roll a knowledge check to find out what a bloodstone is?
17.
17 plus 2 for actually living in the city. You know what a bloodstone is. A bloodstone is it's a type of dragon shard. Basically elemental crystal fragments that contain immense magical power. Your character, also the one who knows what the hell that bolt was, has pretty much started to piece together that whatever the hell put that bloodstone there, that's what they're after.
Eyes.
The bloodstone starts to react. The red crystal is glowing a dullish red, projecting an ambient red light over the entire district, changing the entire view. The swirling black and purple markings inside that look almost like fire are also swirling backwards and forth and getting more and more violent. Then, out of nowhere, the crystal just shatters. And the flames shoot up into the sky and disperse. Instantly, at pretty much the exact same moment, about 50 guards come in and seal off every possible exit. Just as they seal off pretty much every possible exit, a largish orc steps out from the crowd. He's wearing heavy plate mail, got a banner over his shoulder. He's wearing shield, heavy mace. Basically, he looks like a big menacing authority figure and calls for everybody to gather right in front of him, referring to us 6, the 2 merchants that didn't manage to evacuate the area, and the 2 or 3 other adventurers. Who is going to obey and who is going to try and make a run for it, hide, what have you? Seeing as most of yous on a pretty much figuring out that one of yous is going to get blamed for this, if not all of yous, seeing as the guards didn't rock up till after the crystal blew up.
The guy seems like he's in charge of the guards, and I am a guard.
You are a guard, yes, so I'm assuming you're going to basically fall straight in front of him.
Yep. Guy's in charge.
Walk up beside him and says, I know about the history of the stone.
You know what the
I know
stone
shit.
I'm gonna fly over there and hover. Pretty much
You
just
could've
out of
hidden
arm's reach.
You could have hidden behind a rock.
My character is going to saunter up because my guy actually working for the Dragon Marks is pretty sure he knows roughly what the crystal is. Not 100% sure, but he also knows damn well the guards know exactly where to find him. Even if he goes somewhere. That and the particular house he works for does not exactly look kindly on people trying to run away from things. So he falls in.
Can I do a nature check to see, or check to see if there's anywhere where I can hide in the close vicinity?
That would be a perception check.
Will you be streetwise?
I don't
What?
actually know how to
Streetwise?
check. Jared's got the
It would be a
dice.
perception or... They make a point, it would be a perception or a streetwise. Do you need dice?
Yes, please. I'm going to use streetwise. Wait.
Also for reference, roughly how big is your character?
Streetwise is one,
Oh.
perception is 6.
Yeah, I'll use perception. How big is my character?
Yeah, it should say on your front page.
Yeah, I know. It's a matter of finding my front page. My character is...
Because that'll have your trained skills on it
It's
as
like...
well.
She's 4'10".
Okay.
Medium size.
No, it's not. No, I need to know rough height because there's no good me describing a 3.5 foot rock if she's 7 foot tall.
Yeah. +6.
On 11 plus 6, you notice that there's the shop about 10 feet to your left, the door's open, there's some rubble everywhere. There's an alleyway about 15 feet behind you, but that would require heading towards some more guards. There's a manhole 5 feet to your left, but the cover is still on it, so that would take an athletics check. And then there is the half rubble of where part of the fountain landed, which is creating sort of a 5 foot tall dome, which is just small enough for your character to squeeze under about 10 feet to your right.
Yeah, I'll probably go into the dome.
Well, that would take a stealth check to hide.
I can do it myself, okay?
You just look half asleep. Wait, you look fully asleep almost.
14 plus 12.
14 plus 12, you successfully managed to hide.
Okay.
What is Jared gonna do?
Jared's not in the room.
So I'm basically going to default that he fell in with everybody else.
Okay.
If you ain't here, you're going to follow the general group consensus.
Should we just quickly ask him?
You can if you want. I got some other stuff I got to plan out anyway.
Okay.
Pause camera.
No, not pause camera. You can ask any questions because there's still any checks and stuff that you might want to make of the area, of people, of what.
Is there any rubble left from the original stone?
From the fountain.
No, from the dragon stone.
Yeah, that would require a perception check.
I want to ask the name.
Hey,
and
just
rank
forget
of
that.
the song.
Fail. Actually,
Well, your
I
action will
don't
come
have
later
my
because that's an
list.
actual speaking action. Checks are a lot faster.
Well, then I'll repeat what people.
I'm
I
not
want to see
doing
if there's
any
any more like
checks.
stone around.
What?
I can't do any
basically-
checks. I don't have.
Eating.
What did you say it was? Perception?
He's not
Perception.
eating the dice, is he?
I can pull up
13.
plus
13.
13. That is not enough. That you can't see past the
Whose is
haze
this?
and stuff.
That's
Right.
right.
You might want to pick it up.
Why? The headphones are already broken.
He was
Baby
trying to
too.
eat the actual
Oh.
PSP. No, you need to stay over here, puppy.
I didn't do your checks, but I can tell you them if you want to write them down in a
Do
second.
you want to
Can I
tell
check
Jared
I've lost
this?
for
my
Arcana in the
daily.
area, see if there's anything more.
Basically, Jared, since you left, did you see that? Were you in here when I blew the fountain up?
What?
The fountain. Or did you miss the entire bloodstone thing?
Just tell me what's happening currently.
Basically, thunder happened, which kind of freaked a few people out because that's not meant to happen inside town. Big multicolored energy bolt has struck the fountain, blown it to smithereens. Big ruby stone in it with swirling colours inside has basically reacted, glowed, shattered, and then the guards have shown up, and basically the big hulking orc commander has moved everyone in front of them. Everybody except for you and Alicia have gone in front of them. You're still pending an action. Alicia is hidden under a fragment of rock.
Can I please
Please
have
tell
a
me it's not
pencil?
Bernadette Night.
It's an orc.
It's an orc.
Still could be Bernadette Night.
Pete, can you pass Jess a pencil? Here you go. No. I gotta.
Can I please just like write them down from there?
Yeah, I gotta just load up your character.
Can I perform Arcana check, see if there's any residual magic in the area?
Yes, and I'm still waiting on Jared to tell me roughly what he'd like to do.
24 for that.
What did you do?
I hid under the fountain.
About 10 feet to
14.
Alicia's right, there was about
Plus
half
10.
the fountain had landed and maintained a.
Arcana. 10.
I'll probably move to where
Endurance.
she is.
10.
That would require a stealth check.
I don't think my stealth's very good anymore.
Don't you dare give me one.
Stealth or streetwise, remember that.
That is
No,
20,
that it was perception or streetwise to determine hiding
Okay.
places.
22.
On a 22, you successfully scooch under there as well, using up the last real available spot there.